Hey guys, we are here at CES 2023 and we are with MSI right now checking out the latest that they have in store announced here at CES 2023. There are a whole slew of new laptops from their Prestige series, their Evo, their Titan, their Creator, everything of the sort. And they even have some new prototypes as well, featuring a new touchpad of some sort and PCIe Gen 5 SSDs as well. But here, there's even a brand new pen that's pretty interesting, that's unlike anything we've ever seen. Without further ado, let's take a look at what they have in store for us here at CES 2023. Alright, so here's the very first laptop that we took a look at, and it's a Cyborg 15. And apparently it's a brand new design by MSI themselves. And the great thing about it, well, it has a starting price of just about 900 or 1,000 US dollars as far as I know. So yeah, this is a brand new design, and as you can tell, it goes with a they're using fiberglass for the bottom to kind of keep the weight down, but yet still offering a pretty unique aesthetic. And as you can see here, MSI True Gaming. Well, kind of apt of MSI after all. And of course, you get the latest in terms of the specifications, so up to an Intel Core i7-12650H and an RTX 4060 for graphics. So in that sense, it's going to be a really affordable and a very value option if you're just looking for a great all-round gaming laptop. And yeah, I've got to say that this color, it looks great. And then we come to this, and this is the Stealth 14 Studio. So just like the Stealth 16, these are all Studio certified. So the Stealth 16 Studio, Stealth 14 Studio. And yes, the main selling point here is honestly the use of a new material. And MSI is using magnesium aluminum alloy on this. And that manages to bring the weight of this entire laptop down to just about 1.7 kilograms, which is about 3.75 pounds. And yes, it's honestly really lightweight, and for a 14-inch gaming laptop, pretty great. And honestly, as far as I can remember, much lighter than most of the competition right now. Though of course, I still don't really know all that's been announced at CES 2023, but this is definitely on the lighter side of things. And of course, you get a new design, which is really handsome looking in my opinion, and definitely a really nice touch from MSI considering their gaming roots. They're going more for a minimalistic kind of gaming style nowadays, and that's really great. So yeah, this whole laptop, really awesome, up to an RTX 4060 on this if I remember correctly. But yeah, if you're looking for a very compact yet powerful gaming house of a laptop, that looks great. Yeah, I quite like the RGB on this. This might be a new option for you to consider once it hits the market. Alright, here we are taking a look at the Stealth 16 Studio, and the new thing this time around is that, well, MSI says that most of their offerings are now just Studio, and that's because NVIDIA has basically certified all these laptops to be Studio certified. So you won't really see anyone that has a non-Studio name. But regardless, we are talking about the latest Intel 13th gen processor up to a 13900H, and of course RTX 4070 for this particular laptop. As you can tell, it's, well, really awesome in terms of just performance. It's lightweight as well, and the blue is pretty stunning. Of course, for the display, you get 16:10 and a whole slew of many options, up to a 16-inch UHD plus 4K display running at 120 Hz, and honestly, it's just great. And yes, the main thing that I've definitely noticed coming from MSI laptops from past, well, it's definitely the weight. Everything is just getting lighter and lighter nowadays, and it's honestly a really good thing. Alright, so now we are in the lab area of these three kind of design areas. So this is the Raider GE78 HX Smart Touchpad. And honestly, basically, this is what it is. There's a touchpad kind of built right into the frame of the bottom half of the laptop itself, but it's multifunctional, and there are various buttons that you can see that can activate different things such as the webcam, the turbo cooler, the Bluetooth, macro functions, and much more. So in that sense, this is still very much at a prototype phase, and it may or may not hit the market as of yet, although MSI, some of the stuff that I've talked to, they do say that this will be coming, so hold fingers crossed on that. But The thing is, this is still very much in a prototype phase, so we don't really know the full extent of its capabilities, but MSI has basically said that they just want to expand on the full kind of features that they can really do with such a design on a laptop and really make it that much more functional. So I'll probably do another video about these prototype stuff later on, so to get a little bit more in depth, but for now, this is it. Alright, so here we have yet another kind of prototype in a way, but it's going to become a reality. So here, MSI is working with Nahimic to kind of introduce actual surround sound to laptops. And yeah, like most other laptops nowadays, they usually promote kind of virtual surround sound technology to kind of mimic that using the onboard speakers, but here, no, it's a real physical thing, a real surround sound experience. And what it does is that with this new software and this new implementation, you can basically use the Nahimic software and kind of add in a Bluetooth speaker to add as a satellite. And yes, you can basically use any kind of Bluetooth speaker. In this case, MSI is using the Bose SoundLink Mini because they think it sounds the best. And yes, rightfully so. So basically you can use it as a satellite and you can just place it behind you and you can get a physical surround sound experience, and it's really interesting per se. Now at the moment you can only pair up to one, and they are working on pairing more so to get an actual surround sound experience, but for now this is going to be pretty interesting, and yes, we'll definitely expand more in a separate video, but yes, pretty interesting. Alright, so now we are at the loft area of these three kind of visual studios per se, and here we are taking a look at their latest series in terms of the Prestige. So you still have the Prestige 14 and the 16 back behind me, but this, the Prestige 13, is the newest kid on the block. And honestly, it's pretty amazing because the moment you pick it up and you'll notice how incredibly light this is. This weighs just a mere 900 grams, way less than a kilo. It's going to easily fit your backpack and you can easily bring it around everywhere, wherever you go, without worry of hurting your back. So, as you can tell, MSI has actually chosen to show all the different parts that make up this very laptop, and they've even specified what they have done to actually reduce the weight in order to achieve that 900 grams. And despite that, you're still getting really great specifications, up to a 13th gen Intel Core i7-1360P series processor, and well, a great panel, a Full HD 100% sRGB 400 nits IPS level panel. Honestly, pretty amazing. And there's one thing, MSI did mention that with this current iteration, it's using an IPS level display. And with IPS, you will know that it requires a backlight to it, so that actually introduced some weight. So MSI is now working on an OLED model, and if they do introduce it, it will reduce the weight even further, down to about 850 grams or so, less than 900. So yeah, if you're looking for a portable, compact, or you can do ultrabook, the Prestige 13 is certainly the one to look out for. But of course, we still have the Prestige and 14 and 16, so let's take a look at that as well. Alright, so now we are here with the Prestige 14 Evo and the Prestige 16 Evo. But the interesting thing here is that, well, you can actually get it with the discrete graphics on the Prestige 16 instead, and that will make it the Prestige 16 Studio, up to an RTX 4060 in this case. But yes, the other interesting thing here is that with the new Prestige series, you're no longer using a U or P series processors. These has been upgraded to the H series processors, so you're getting the full power Intel processing power here. And yes, 13th gen 1360H on that. And well, this is 13th gen i7-13700H on this, so honestly, you're just getting great performance all around as expected from the Prestige series. So yeah, honestly, great things. So here we have the two new Creator Z16 and Z17 HX Studio laptops from MSI itself, and they are just basically an upgraded version of the Z16P that we reviewed before. They are part of the Creator series, and basically if you're a creator and you want the best of the best in terms of display and performance, these are the laptops that you should take a look at. But the new thing this time around, apart from the latest 13th gen Intel series processors and RTX 40 series graphics, is the inclusion of this new Msi Pen 2. And it comes bundled with the laptop, of course, so it's not an additional purchase, you don't need to worry about that. But yes, this Msi Pen 2 is certainly really interesting because it supports the latest Microsoft MPP 2.6 technology. It has 4096 pressure levels, haptic feedback, magnetic attachment, all that great stuff, USB-C charging, great stuff. up to 32 hours of battery life, not too bad. But the most interesting thing about this is the nib. This is using a graphite nib. And then, yes, if you actually know what that means, is that you can actually use this to write on an actual notebook, pencil on paper per se, and yeah, you can just use it and write, no issues at all. MSI even claims that you can actually write up to 100 meters per day up to 3 years. 3 years, so you never have to sharpen, and it's basically the ultimate pencil that's also a stylus that you can use on your laptop. Yeah, this is probably the most interesting thing. And yes, we don't know if there are going to be replaceable nibs for this, and I don't think you ever need to sharpen this, but yeah, out of everything out here, this is probably the most interesting thing that's not a laptop. This is the new MSI Pen 2. In any case, that was the first look at what MSI has for us this time here at CES 2023. And there was pretty much a slew of new gaming laptops and everything that we are pretty much hyped for. Now there will be a second video focusing on a really particular laptop and new technologies, but yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. For now, if you like what you saw, definitely give this video a like and subscribe to us for more of such content. Don't forget to follow us on all our social channels such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Till the next one, see ya!